Hey, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski coming to you from the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your August the 12th, 2025. Well, things looking still a bit cloudy. We're getting some rain building in across the area as expected for the rest of today, and that's going to continue tonight and into tomorrow. But the trend is for drier weather and some heat returning for the weekend. And then we got to watch this tropical system. We got Erin out in the Atlantic, which is expected to become a hurricane. And its path's going to have a kind of impact on what our temperatures the middle of the next week are going to be. So I got a lot to talk about here for this update. Now, before we get going, if you're new here to the YouTube channel, please do me the favor, if you could, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content if you'd like to make this part of your YouTube feed and you're living here across the North Georgia area. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look right now at Lake Lanier as we've got cloudy skies in the area. We do have some showers nearby, but looking kind of cloudy. It's definitely hampering the temperatures for today, and the wind has really settled down. You know, we had that persistent east wind for over a week, and now it's pretty much gone. We're kind of just dealing with light winds. Helen, Georgia, also looking at cloudy conditions. A little bit of sprinkles I see on the camera, just a little bit. Some rain in nearby. So, again, get ready for some additional rains here that'll be erupting across the region here for the rest of the afternoon. In fact, seeing that here on the radar, you kind of see this up near the Dalton area with some rain over here. Getting some rain here coming up here. Going to be moving into the Clayton area here pretty soon. So, again, here's some more showers here in Cobb and heading over toward Paulding County. That's moving up toward the north. So, again, just watch out for the rainy weather. There could be some brief heavy downpours with some of this rain as well. Looking at our satellite imagery, we're seeing the clouds streaming in here out of the Gulf, a little tropical wave down here along the Gulf Coast, and some of this moisture is working up our neck of the woods, and it's kind of enhancing the rain, especially when you get that daytime heating out there. So you'll see a couple of thunders here and there, a little bit of thunder here as well with some of those showers, but nothing that's going to be too bad, nothing severe expected at this point. Looking at your regional perspective right now, the temperature is really kind of dictated on what your sky conditions are doing as far as clouds and rain. For example, you're seeing 77 degrees over there in Dallas, for example, but 85 up there into up near Gainesville. So we're getting 85 degrees here, 77 degrees there. So temperature is about on par with about what we were expecting here for this afternoon. So let's go ahead and talk about the tropics out there. We got our tropical storm Erin out here. Top winds at 45 miles per hour, moving west at 23. Expected to become a hurricane on Thursday and then a major hurricane by Sunday. And then we got to figure out which way how close it's going to get. We know it's going to make a turn. It's just a question of how close is it going to get to the coast. I don't think it's going to get too close to the coastline. I think it'll stay far enough offshore. But the question is, how close is it going to get? Because if it gets close enough, it'll impact our temperatures. The further out to sea it will be, the impact on our highs will be minimal. If it gets close enough, we get a lot of substance seeking air around a tropical system. That means it could be hotter. So going into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, really going to have to dictate and watch exactly what the system's going to do because it's going to have an impact on our temperatures. Now, right now, the system's just kind of spinning, holding its own. It's kind of in a not in a very bad environment right now. I can't say that word. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that word. But anyway, inhospitable, I don't know. I'm just having a brain fart. Getting old, I can't figure out the word I want to say, but it's not a very good environment. Put it that way. It's a bad environment. So we're not getting a lot of thunderstorms around the center of circulation. So we're going to see that improve, I think, tomorrow going into Thursday. We'll see that kind of get a little bit better there. But for right now, it's just kind of holding its own. It's pretty well organized. Just not a lot of thunderstorms around the center of circulation right now. All right, so let's go look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Again, keep that umbrella handy. That's the best advice I can give you as we're going to see the rain, the surge of rain here coming in. You see that moving across North Georgia here for tonight. Settle down a little bit overnight. Still some showers around, I think, for tomorrow morning, so don't rule that out. And then we'll see some more scattered showers and thunderstorms with the daytime heating tomorrow as well. I don't really see the rain chances really diminishing significantly. It'll go down to about 50% on Thursday and then down to 20% as we go into the weekend. And then it's really going to stay kind of steamy across the area. Let's look at the forecast maps here. Again, not seeing any major storm systems or any fronts coming our way. Not yet. Maybe the end of the month as that hurricane goes by. But for right now, we're just kind of looking at air mass thunderstorms that will generally be on the decrease. So by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, we're looking at isolated chances. So if you've been putting off yard work like yours truly has got to do, he's got to get his backyard cut. By the weekend, it should be dry and enough and hot enough to kind of dim you up with any kind of rain that's falling across the area. Going into Sunday, also looking at some scattered storms there as well. Monday and Tuesday. And then Tuesday, we'll kind of keep a watchful eye on. You kind of see these isobars out here. This other hurricane approaching out here. How close is that going to get to the East Coast? Because like I said, that'll have an impact on our high temperatures going for the middle of next week. So Let's look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms, about a 70% chance. Pretty good coverage, 84-71. That's about what we are seeing out there for today. Again, scattered showers not only for tonight, but also possibly in the morning. Upper 60s, low 70s across the area here for tomorrow morning. Daytime highs similar to today's, low to mid 80s with a few upper 80s there across the northwest zones with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Regionally looking like this, we're at 86 in Birmingham, 92 in Jackson, 92 over in Savannah, and 85 degrees in Columbia. Everybody here with a chance of rain here and there. Again, you see that the full thunderstorm icon, that means your rain chance is 70% or higher. If you see the sun in the thunderstorm, that's kind of between 30 and 60%. So just so you know what that means. All right, let's go look at the next 7 days here as we're going to bring that rain chance down to 50% on Thursday, 20% on Friday. There's the first 90-degree temperature that we're going to have the month of August here, I think, coming in on Friday. Then we kind of hold upper 80s for the weekend, low 70s. Notice what I do on Tuesday. I've got it up to 93 on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it could be in the mid-90s. Again, it's all going to be dependent on the exact track of that hurricane, how close it gets to the southeast, what kind of subsidence we get around the edge of that hurricane out there, and if it's a major hurricane. So we got a lot of variables there as far as our temperature on day 7 and beyond. So we have to watch that closely just to kind of show you, even though the hurricane's not going to be making a landfall, giving us a lot of wind and rain, it can still have an influence on our weather. And once the storm system goes by, it heads up, and again, if it's a major hurricane especially, it's going to buckle the jet stream. It's going to bring a big ridge off the east coast and bring in a trough across the eastern portion of the United States, which is going to cool us down. So if everything falls what we typically see with these storms, I expect the heat first and then a significant cool down at the end of the month. So we'll see. Always subject to change, but that's what I'm going with right now. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, help us out in this little channel here. Little channel that could, our little North Georgia Majestic YouTube page is going nice and steady. I like it. Just a little every day. I'm not putting any real major advertising into it. It's kind of good. It's kind of fun to kind of grow it organically for a change. All right, you guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next update. Until then, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.